Hi guys, I'm Glenyce Hughes, and I get to facilitate people in creating their dreams come true. How did I get so lucky? Oh my gosh, I just am so freaking lucky. And how does it get any better? So this week I have been facilitating a series called Stop Being Food's Bitch, from basically nourishment beyond judgment. One of the things I've been doing in my own life since January, so 5 months now, or close to 5 months, is alternate day fasting, which means every second day I don't eat. And you can have all sorts of points of views about that, and that's fine. But there's just sometimes things that work, and this is just really, really working for me and my sweet body. And even hubby joined me a few weeks after I started, as he was noticing differences, and it's been an amazing journey together. I've got a radio show that I will link above that you can go and listen to for more information about that and what we've been doing. Not because I think everybody should do it. I actually don't. I know that each one of our bodies are different, and what our bodies are asking for, and what are asking for at different times. So it's not that every day, we have done this 100%. We haven't. We actually really listen to our bodies. So what I wanted to talk about today was something that we discussed in the series, which I'll also link to because you can, of course, still access all of the recordings. It is by far one of the best series I have done, and truly, how does it get any better than that? Anyway, one of the things that we discuss, and we discuss it in Access Consciousness, and that's where I first heard the information, is that 96% of what you eat is what you require to digest what you ate. Now, that may not feel true for you, and that's totally cool. You don't have to have that be your world. I know for me, when I initially heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense as to why often after I ate, I felt tired. It wasn't the energy giving that I had been told food was, it was the energy sucking. So it's just something to ponder and look at, some of the questions I was asking the people in the series, like, what are you using food for? And it's just something to ponder, and it's not right or wrong. And that's the biggest thing with this whole series is it's not about making food right or wrong, or eating right or wrong, or not eating right or wrong. What I really chose with this series was to go beyond the points of views that we've been told. You need food to live. You actually don't. There's a lot of people on the planet who don't eat at all. There's breatharians, which means they breathe, like, they consciously breathe, or whatever the word is. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who don't eat. And one of the people that invited me to the possibility of fasting is a good friend of mine who fasts for 40 days at a time. 40 days. Like, how does it get any better than that? So, and it's not that, again, that I think everybody should, fast for 40 days. I am not choosing that. Our body hasn't chose that as of yet. And I'm not looking towards choosing that, and who knows? But really, it's like, if we get out of the points of views about food, if we look at what's really going on, and then what are we passing on to our kids? And I remember years ago, my stepdaughter, when she first had her first child, which, oh my gosh, was 20 years ago this year. So hubby's oldest grandchild is 20 this year. And what my stepdaughter did was she just put snacks out all day long. And they would sometimes have a supper also, but for the most part, it was just snacks available all day long. And so the child would come in, be playing, maybe grab a little bit of a bite here or there, go play some more, come back in, grab a bite, have lots of juice. The child had a lot of juice. Now, back then, 20 years ago, oh my gosh, I'll tell you what, I had so many interesting points of views about food and what you needed to do and what you didn't need to do. And oh my gosh. So I really struggled with how I was like, she's not giving them the proper nutrition. She's wrong. And then finally one day I had to look at the fact that my stepdaughter had no body issues whatsoever, there was just nothing in her world about food or weight or and her body, like everything. And I was like, is it possible that I might have some crazy here? Now, I didn't have the tools I do now 20 years ago, but I did learn to shut up. Believe it or not, I did learn to shut up. And so like what my stepdaughter was doing with her children and still does with her children that's the natural way for our bodies, for the most part, is to have a little bit here or there when our bodies would like them, with no set you need to eat it. Breakfast time and lunchtime and supper time, which I was raised on. Very specific meal times. And then as I got older, as I started to gain weight, then it became, okay, now you need to restrict how much you have at those times, but also add in snacks. Oh my gosh. So, there's just so many interesting points of view. So just something for you to ponder in your own world. Again, I don't think everybody should fast. And ultimately, we all fast at one point, because fasting means you're not putting anything into your body. So, if you have 10 minutes between when your meal and your snack time, you fasted for 10 minutes ultimately. But just play with that. Just be aware of what are the points of views around food that you're buying as real and true. And what if food is just a choice? Something to ponder. Anyway, have a great week, guys, and I look forward to chatting with you next week.